Hey y'all, long time no see. This is Ali with Little Hill Homestead. My husband is also
What are we doing?
standing right here, being a.
What are we doing today?
What are we doing? We took a long hiatus. I told you guys about 2 weeks ago that I was going to be able to film more consistently. Well, fun fact, you guys knew one of our kids moved to Canada. Well, the second one moved out 30 days after the first one. And having two kids that move out within 30 days, it messes with y'all, with you all. But it's one of those things you never really read about, like empty nest, or you don't hear too much about it. You get the book, What to Expect When You're Expecting, but then when they turn 18 or 19 or 27 in our case, then nobody tells you what to do when they move out. So it's been quite the adjustment, and I wasn't quite ready to film and get on here and be my upbeat self when I wasn't feeling upbeat. So my husband's standing here because we are going through kind of the same thing.
We've had a few cry fests lately.
It's been rough. If you guys have kids, it's weird because when they move out, how do you turn it off? Like turn off that you're their parent and you need to know where they are every day. And it's like we started having babies when we were 18 years old. And so we've never had to be adults without having kids. So we're trying to learn how to do that and learn the boundaries of texting our kids every day. And anyways, enough about that. So I am going to do better about filming. But like I said, sometimes I'm just not in the mood to do it. And so today I just was out in the garden, which is why I look like I'm sweating, because I am. It is the South and it is humid. And so there it is. So today's recipe is going to be basil vinegar. And so what is basil vinegar? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's basil and vinegar. Ta-da! So basil vinegar is something like we have a ton of basil growing. Our garden is literally doing nothing. We've had 2 cherry tomatoes the whole season and nothing else. I don't think we haven't had a green bean. We haven't had anything. We're not getting a lot of rain. And our garden does not do well when we have to water with a hose. So I don't think it likes something that's in our hose water. Anyways, we're finally getting some rain. Our plants are starting to do stuff, but our tomatoes are literally like this big and they've been in the ground for a couple months. So our basil is doing really, really well, which is odd because usually I can't do anything with basil. But I wanted to show you this quick recipe. I can't bring a basil plant in the house because they're in the ground this year. Usually I have them in pots, and I think one of the reasons they're doing better this year is I did put them in the ground so the root system can spread out. But a lot of people want to know, how do you get a basil plant to get really bushy and beautiful like you see in the photos instead of like 2 stems? First off, don't buy it at the grocery store. They sell like basil if you don't grow your own basil. If you want a basil plant to plant in your garden, don't buy it from the grocery store. They aren't really that great. They don't have a great root system. It's better to go find one at one of your local nurseries. We have a couple different types of basil in our garden. I can't remember what this one's called, but that's fine. It's just basil, you guys. It's, we have an Asian-y basil that's purpley too. That one gets really bitty leaves, and so I did not pull any of that for this recipe, but I wanted to show you how you get a really good bulky basil plant. So if you ever go out to your basil plant, you will see how my husband's a plant person, so he probably knows what this is called, where it splits off and you get 2 that come out around the same spot. I'm waiting for your input.
Well, it's opposite.
Opposite. Okay.
Instead of alternative.
Instead of alternative rock. We did like Nirvana. Actually, you know who I really like? I love the Goo Goo Dolls. No, that's not who I meant to say. Foo Fighters. I love the Foo Fighters. My goodness, it's a day. So to get a basil plant to bush out, when you pull them, don't go out and pull off this cute little leaf that's hanging by itself. You want to pinch where the split is, if you can see that at all. So you would go and pinch this with your thumbnail and see how it leaves this little piece here, but you have these nice, beautiful ones here. It's going to promote it to grow. You can see we've done it before because it promoted it to grow here. So the next ones will end up coming out of here, and then you get a big, bulky plant. For this recipe, it doesn't matter if you have stems and stuff. It doesn't matter. You need a jar, clean jar, and basil. I did not wash this because I watered recently, and so it was fine. It's fine. If you're worried about it, go ahead and wash it. If you spin it through a salad spinner, it does really well. So for this, we're just going to kind of mash it in here. And basil has a lot of like really good qualities. It's awesome to taste too. But doing this recipe, you get all the like benefits out of the basil in the wintertime, which is when we like to use it. So I have a jar just filled with vinegar. Nope, basil. And all I'm going to do is take vinegar. We get our vinegar from Sam's Club because you can get 2 big old 1-gallon containers for like under $6. If you do a lot of canning, like we typically do, but not this year because our garden's cruding out on us. We go through a lot of this between pickles and cowboy candy and whatever. Oh, jalapeno, spiced jalapeno, whatever they call it. You can't say cowboy candy because apparently that's patented. So we call it cowboy candy. It's pickled. No, it's not pickled. It's whatever. Candied jalapenos. That's what you're supposed to call it. Anyways, take your vinegar and just pour it over the top. Ta-da, that's it. This has such a high acid content that you don't have to worry about getting mold on it like you sometimes do with a fresh plant going into a jar. So what are we going to do with this? You're going to stick it on a shelf. I'm going to stick it in my pantry, which is just a dark, cool place. You don't touch it. You don't shake it. You don't need to do anything for 4 to 6 weeks. Then at that mark, you will strain the basil leaves out and all the basil flavor is left in your vinegar. So in the wintertime, if you want to do like a caprese, tomato and mozzarella salad situation, you can dribble it with this and it gives you a really good pungent basil flavor that you can't get because plants die off in the winter. But it's also really, really good on like an Italian type of salad as like a little oomph. It does have the vinegar flavors. You can't really use it in like recipes that call for basil because it's going to have that flavor of vinegar to it. But overall, it's just a really nice, fresh basil flavor that you're going to get. So that is our recipe for today. 6 minutes, 7 minutes to make basil vinegar.
Sandwiches, and you've probably seen our homemade hoagies.
Ooh, I've showed them how to make the hoagie rolls, but I haven't showed them how we make our sandwiches yet.
Right. Well, if you do a sandwich, and especially if you do like one with veggies with a lot of salad in it,
a
lot of lettuce in it, then drizzling that over it is perfect. We use a little balsamic as well.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You know what else we use? So I'll have to show you guys how we make our hoagies. We make the hoagies from scratch, which we're starting to do more fresh milled flour. So I have to mess with that to see if I can get a hoagie roll to do that. But will you grab me that hoagie stuff that's so good? The top shelf, right? I'm getting my husband to get it for you. My son and I love this stuff. We tear it up. And I have not, this is like totally messed up. This on a sandwich is spicy. It's like an olive tapenade type of situation. And it's got serranos and jalapenos in it. And a little dab of this. It's got carrots in it and stuff too. A little dab of that on your hoagie. Oh my God, it's so good.
We'll show you guys.
We'll have to show you us making hoagies. Yeah. We also, on our hoagies, a lot of you guys have told me how awesome our hoagies are. And thank you very much. I'm glad that you guys like them because we make them all the time. We make French bread pizzas with them a lot too. And this, something like this drizzles over a French bread pizza. Y'all, it's going to be good stuff. What's good about this is, like I was saying, the acid content in it will keep any kind of mold away. If you were to do this in olive oil, which you can also do a basil olive oil infusion, you need to dry your basil out first, and it tends to lose flavor when you do that. The other thing you can do is fill your jar with olive oil, and then on the top of it, fill a Ziploc baggie with water and push it down onto it so that the air can't hit your basil leaves. So there you go. There's our basil lemon. No, there's no lemon in here, you guys. It's vinegar. Basil vinegar. Okay, I'm going to go put this in the cabinet. And I have stuff here since I have the vinegar out. Our next video will be how to make some vinegar cleaners. If you guys remember at Christmas time, we made, it's leaking. It's an orange, cinnamon, and actually it's pieces of our Christmas tree are in here.
Don't mix those things up. You don't want to put that on your sandwich.
Do not put this on your sandwich. You probably could actually because everything's edible. But anyways, rant over. Thank you for guys. Just my husband. Only one guy for me. But thank you guys for your patience with us. I promise we are getting back in the mood. That doesn't sound right either. Okay, I'm done talking because right now I'm just gonna Give me a shovel. I'm going to bury myself. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Of course, the clicker.
The clicker.
The clicker.